This is hole 68. Is it just me, or does it seem like every time we look at this boat, it looks different? We've talked a lot about hull 68. That's because there's a lot of boat to talk about. Right now we have painters on the boat and they are putting fairing compound on. Now fairing compound goes on as a putty and then they sand it and fair it and smooth it ultimately to that stage where it's that super high gloss finish of what we call a yacht finish on a boat. As I've said, we've seen a lot of hull 68. It's changing fast. It will continue to be so. But today we're really looking forward to looking at mezzanines. And I'm standing in the cockpit of Sea Striker, hull 23, which is a vintage 1999 Jarrett Bay boat. Today we're talking about mezzanines. One of the beauties of full custom construction is that the owner ultimately decides what they want. It's generally the owner collaborating with the fishing crew. They get together with our design engineers and they figure out what they want. Now there's a few fixed things. For instance, the engine access is still gonna have to be the engine access. We have to work around that. Obviously, access into the cabin. Otherwise, it's kind of a wide open canvas. So back in the day, we had more of a workstation that was kind of harkened back to the charter boats, where there's more of a bait preparation station and so forth. And as the boats have evolved through the years and the usage, they've made seats storage, they've made room for air conditioner units, they've made room for cooler and chiller boxes, cleaning supplies in the steps, and an ice dump. And they still typically will have some kind of a bait preparation or tackle station on the mezzanine. It's being made out of foam. The foam is very light and it's inert, so if it ever gets damaged, water won't get into it and hurt it. It's just, we patch the damage. It is a structural high density foam. In fact, we can get it in varying densities depending on how much structure and how much R value we need out of it. It's very stiff, it's very strong. One of the nice things about working with this kind of foam is that we treat it just as if it was lumber. We use the same tools, the same techniques in order to shape it and create same or similar shapes. You can also see in the guttering that they're all CNC cut with the Rin board, which is a epoxy-based product. So when everything gets tied together with fiberglass, there's good adhesion and cohesion between all of the various compounds. So we've been looking at this full refit. Now let's go look at hull 64, which is new construction, and we'll take a look at the mezzanine there. So we're in the cockpit of hull 64, and here we have an example of the mezzanine being built out, and you can kind of see it grow organically as the project progresses. We've got our upper cabinets built. We've got our mop and gaff holders here. There will be a storage seat, as you can see, tackle drawers or maybe some miscellaneous drawers for various things. On the starboard side, we have our tackle storage. This boat is actually getting a helium dispenser for kite fishing. There will be some kind of an opening on the top, and I believe there's going to be a grill there. Where I'm standing, though, is where there will be the chiller. In this case, it'll probably be an ice box on this side, chiller boxes and so forth for bait, for drinks. So obviously we're at the early stages of the construction of this boat. When it's all said and done, it's going to be very beautiful. We'll get to that someday. But for now, I have a question for you. If you were building your own custom boat, what would you put in a mezzanine? Love to hear from you. So I am standing in the master of hull 64, and as you can see, there's a lot going on in here as well. Each of the trades is doing something in this space. Most people don't see this until the end when the boat is finished. Since most of this is covered up and we can't see it right now, we're going to go talk to one of our finished carpenter experts. He's been here a long time. We're in building 8 at one of the finished carpenter's workbenches, and hull 64 is in the background, and I'm talking to Josh Fulcher, who is our finished carpenter foreman. Josh has been with us for 25 years. So Josh, as a finished carpenter, what is it you guys do?
We build all the interior furniture and cabinets and trim and the flooring, anything on the interior we pretty much do. My job is to make sure everybody's assigned a job and it comes out to the standard that we're looking for.
So when someone steps onto a Jarrett Bay boat, what do you as a finished carpenter and your team of finished carpenters, what do you want them to notice on that boat?
Just the time we put in the attention to detail. All the wood grains we try and match up, all the joints, we definitely spend a lot of time on attention to detail.
Over the past 25 years, what is the most change you've seen in the finished carpentry in the sport fish boats?
Just the technology we use, we've advanced with that, and more elaborate. We just get better and better every boat, I believe.
What is your personal favorite project you've ever worked on?
The one that stands out to me most is the dresser on the Haruko in the master bedroom. It's kind of tricky getting all the veneers to line up with the Terra Wave, and it turned out really nice, and I enjoyed building that one.
Last question, real easy one. What is your favorite Jarrett Bay boat?
It would be the Real Development. To me, she's pretty inside and out, all around, nice boat.
We've been all over the property today. As always, thanks for joining us, and we will catch you next time.